Bill Rucks has been a staple in the Mount Pulaski Gymnasium since 1976, when he was hired as a teacher and assistant boys basketball coach. After his retirement from teaching in 2009, health problems kept him hospitalized for more than a year. But now, with his condition improved, Rucks has been able to return to the sport he loves, serving as an assistant to head coach Ryan Dibert in the 2012-13 season.
You said before, this is as good a medicine for you as any kind of therapy could be?
Just being around kids and being active as best I can, but just being aware of a place where I used to work and coach, and I had a lot of great memories here, like working with Ed and all the players, good players we had, all the players we had really. They're all we had some good teams, but everyone, all the teams were special in a certain way. But just being back and being involved in basketball and going to games and help with the scouting, just help them right out whenever I could. It's been good medicine. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, both. One of the greatest things I think, since coming back here and coaching is from him being your coach now, he gets to be a real good friend of mine. Yeah. So we'd talk about stuff on and off just as friends, at his house or whatever. And we knew we were going to be losing our assistant coach, and it just kind of got brought up there. All right, well, who can we kind of fill this in with? And obviously Jeff came to mind, and then we started talking about, well, why don't you get involved? I think it was more just a mutual thing, and it was something I was wanting him to do, but with his condition, if he were wanting to do it, and that was great for him to come in. So
the 7'2" Rucks, who played collegiately at the University of Illinois, took over for legendary Hilltoppers coach Ed Butkovich in 1996 and coached for 6 seasons. That time included a stint coaching the Hilltoppers' current coach, Dibert.
When you look at just the basketball part of it, from whether his playing days, head coaching days, assistant coaching days, getting help out Ed, and he just has a lot of knowledge, and he's really seen everything. So that wasn't a worry for me. I think the basketball part's absolutely fine. I think the bigger issue away from basketball with him is you look at what he's had to go through, what he had to, I guess, persevere through. I think that should be more of the focus that the kids should pick up for him, just on the basketball court, but in the classroom and life in general. For him to be an example of perseverance and be able to fight through all of that stuff. I think that's where he's even more valuable. The basketball just takes care of itself. He knows what he's talking about. I think one of the biggest areas where he has an influence, and it's one of the areas I remember from playing for him, is just his demeanor, his discipline. Even though he's not maybe standing up 7 foot tall right now, there was no real horsing around when Coach Rucks was around, and he still is able to bring that. I mean, as soon as he says something, as soon as hey, quit screwing around type thing, it's immediate. Those kids are right back on track. So that's I think that's one area that really stands out. I mean, they don't get away with too much nonsense when Coach Rucks is around.
And he's not going to cut anybody any slack. If he thinks somebody needs to work harder, he's going to let them know that. And I think the kids, they understand that if he talks, they need to listen. And it's hard not to accept what Bill says. I still, if he gets on me, I'm going to respond and do whatever he asks me to do. I can tell you that.
He just always seems to be in his element when he's in here.
That's absolutely what I've seen. From the moment he's in the gym till the moment he leaves, he's just his old self again. I don't get to see him a lot outside. I've been to his house several times, but there's no doubt when he's in the gym, he's at home. He's comfortable, and I think he really, really enjoys it. I think, as you said, this is probably the best therapy for him, is what he's doing inside the gym here.
I mean, your whole life changes. The things you had planned to do when you retire aren't going to happen. So I mean, we're lucky that we have the gym.
And you mentioned before two individuals who, without them, as far as making it back to where you're at now, your daughter Kristen and your wife Janet.
Kristen, my daughter, and my wife Janet is no way. It's just my goal was to come home and be with them, and it took a long time, but they sacrificed a whole lot for me, and I just wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for them. It's just we have a good tight family, and they were there for me, and